Alrighty. Of course. I'm alright. I'm tired, exhausted, but existing, you know. Well, the usual things you can do on a work week. Manfred, let's play rock, paper, scissors. Who will win? I lost to Manfred. That's my second loss.
Emric, can you explain to Spite why we're not just flying off into pieces?
The roots of this place are ancient. They run past what even a spirit might sense.
Hey, Mod, how you doing?
But the short answer, Spite, is magic.
Thank you. He believes you and not me for some reason.
Impartiality, perhaps?
Impartiality. I'm exhausted. But that's no surprise. I thought for a second my game was about to crash, and I was gonna be pissed, because it would take 15 minutes to get back here.
The spirits lament, dweller. The blight spreads here.
Seek its roots. Plus 30 defense would still be significantly more than 10%. So maybe I will do it. And it's kind of free to just change your stuff. So it's just like, why wouldn't you? See? Can I enchant my rings? I can. Apply chilled on ability, critical, shock. Honestly, I might do 25% rage. Oh, you only can do one at a time? Bull honky tonky. Okay. You probably shouldn't have coffee unless you're really planning on not going into work. Then I think... I don't know. I don't want to remove. More affliction damage? More stacks? I have nothing I can upgrade, you have nothing, and you have nothing. Excellent. Did we get a new monument? No, we did not. Well, I guess the question then becomes, do you want to drink some nice coffee or not?
Nev, settling back in?
More or less. Lots to catch up on, but when isn't there? I'm ready to get back to work. If we could skip the personal catch-up. Not the day for it.
Take all the time you need.
Not the day for it. Okay, Nev. I get you're mad at us and all. But it was an impossible choice, and you admitted it. Ugh.
Huh. It looks like our boy Hassan is feeling his oats, or whatever griffins feel.
His oats.
He's getting the hang of it when he listens.
He seems to be able to handle himself so far.
You got lucky the Gloomhowler didn't tear you to pieces, boy. You wait for my command. We attack together. Then we can kill stuff like that.
At least he's learning.
The instincts kick in. Griffins see darkspawn and it's a fight to the death. Like wolves hunting deer. Just need to corral it.
I thought he sounded familiar. The voice actor for this guy has been the most recent voice hunter for Martian Manhunter in the Justice League. Atriox in Halo Infinite. And a whole lot of Marvel and DC video games. Wow. I'm trying to figure out why his voice sounds so familiar, and I'm not seeing it. There's gotta be some game. No. He's just the elite guards in Dishonored. Death of the Outsider DLC. It must just be simply because... Javik! He was the voice of Javik. That's it. That would do it. Yep. He was Javik in Mass Effect 3. As well as he was somebody in Andromeda. But unfortunately, it didn't actually put him up as one of the main characters, just an additional voice, so I'm probably not going to find him that quickly. Interesting. It's just like he sounds super familiar.
Never be a deer. Good to know.
He'd probably leave them alone.
Probably.
You and I see a deer. Maybe he sees venison souffle. Every muscle in him, every talon, every feather, honed into a killing machine. Hassan's ancestors took on archdemons.
Like his name says, he's an arrow.
Half lion, half eagle, with the instincts of both, griffins will always be hunters.
Just like his daddy, Davrin.
Daddy.
I suppose we are our nature.
Not sure about that?
Most of my life, I've hunted the darker things in the world. But caring for a griffin? What do I know about that? Yet here I am.
That's not so bad, is it?
Not the path I expected. Makes me wonder about Hassan, his brothers and sisters. Still young, pure.
It is.
I'm responsible for the future of every griffin alive. I want it to be a good one. These animals live to fight, but I wonder if there's another path for them.
I'd like to think everyone can find a new path. Even griffins.
Just wish I knew what it was.
Doesn't every good parent?
Parents. A scary word. I'm supposed to be his bodyguard.
What do you think you've been doing this whole time?
Trying to ignore it. If I get myself killed by a Herlock, that's on me. If it's Hassan, I just don't want to mess it up.
I think that's where trust comes in. That Turlum idea you keep talking about. Trust Hassan to find his way. Don't force things.
He's headstrong.
Good thing you are too.
Right. Thanks for the chat.
It's so cute. How about my own pet horse dog bird?
How did you get so good at fixing illuvians?
Oh, it's mostly a survival thing. Accidentally release a couple demons or rile up the local wildlife with misdirected magic a few times and you learn what not to do.
Oh,
You know, accidentally unleash a bunch of demons and stuff like that. Yeah, you learn how to not do that. Okay, back to Ravine. Okay. A casual Tuesday on a Thursday, you know. Look at all them chickens. Didn't even hit him. No. I can't do this one though. Well, aren't you dosh dang lucky? I still got work to do. Tomorrow. I like how it's telling me I have to join Tash on the beach, but we're heading into a castle instead. Same thing, right?
So, Lucanus, you're an Antivan crow.
Yes, like Rook.
Do all crows have demons in them?
What? No.
It's fine if they do. I'm Rivani. Our seers let spirits possess them for ceremonies.
Well, Antivan crows don't. Spite was put into me by the Venatori.
Oh. That's messed up.
Oh. You don't say.
Hey. Some for you. Some for you. Hey. Don't be a dick. That was for the little one.
Don't be a
Stupid
dick.
birds.
Here, let me.
You gotta spread it out. Throw it out in a clump and they fight over it.
I know how to do it.
So do it. Sometimes I practice with the fire out here. It's safer. No people around. Lots of water.
Is it magic or...
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something in our blood.
The Anton called you a Dari.
Yeah. Old Kunari word for fire breather. A few like me are born every generation. My mother thinks Sadari were meant for something special. She's always looking through the old texts for clues. Come on. Don't want to scare the birds.
Yeah,
My
don't
mother left
scare the
Kiev not far
burbs.
from here. She got herself transferred to Kontar from Parvalin. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kontar was well fortified. How did she escape with a child?
Lycune isn't a prison. People can leave if they want.
Just don't expect to live for long. You know, I still don't fully get why people keep saying that, like, this game was a commercial failure. Like, I know financially it's not what they were looking for, but this is a great game.
Do you miss living under the Cune?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was an Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me. There's enough for all of you. Shathan was worried about what the Qunari would do with a fire breather like me.
What would they do?
She said they'd have me put in the Antam, use me as a berserker. The idea scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Qune. There you go. Come on. Over here's where I practice.
Why not on the beach?
Don't want to scare the birds. We just fed them.
I want to scare the burbs. She's a good bird owner. Takes care of them.
What the crap is that?
The Antam must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Vashvatari! Come on. These banners need to burn. Let's see the birds.
Nice. What does it feel like when you breathe fire like that?
It's more like spitting.
Ew.
It's like
Something
spitting.
inside my throat opens up and lets stuff mix together. Then there's this rush of heat as I roar it out.
I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Ouch.
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
I guess that's the trade-off for being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
Extra spicy. Slow blink seems to say, I'm going to eat you, little fish. Purr, soft, soothing friend. It's about a cat. Someone wrote a poem about their cat.
An Antam supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch.
Not for long.
Got it.
Wow. It burned right through it.
Yep. Melt some metals, not all.
How'd you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My
Practice.
mother said I went through a lot of spoons as a baby.
A lot of spoons.
This way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that.
bird we're feeding a dragon?
Karash, it's Tosh. I brought food.
Avatosh! It's good you came early. The feather clouds are getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. He's a friend.
A friend? All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
What's the difference between drip rain and mist rain?
Drip rain soaks through the clothes. Mist rain just wets the skin. Sorry, I don't know all the words in your language.
No, I get it.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the Antam when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qun. I was not taught war. I was taught the weather. Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm, and black clouds for the Antam cannons. After what they did in Ventus, I ran away.
In Ventus.
Is there anything you need? We saw that the Antam were in the area.
Yes. I knew some of them from the Dreadnought where I worked. I know places to hide. They did not see me.
Let me know if they give you trouble.
I am at peace, Avatosh. I have the clouds to watch and fish to eat.
More than just fish. Here you go. Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils.
I like the cookies better.
Everyone likes the cookies better.
Everyone likes
I'll eat the
cookies
fruit.
better.
Thank you, Avatosh.
Panahedan. I'll see you soon.
So, the Dragon Hunter has a softer side.
The Qun says you take care of people.
So, you're a little Kunari, a little Rivani, and a little dragon?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I get that.
Come on. I should tell my mother how Karash is doing. So how do you get it?
I left my old life behind when I joined the Antivan Crows. Then I had to leave that to help stop Solas. So you take what works from each part, right?
Yeah. I had to take Kunari language classes growing up. I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Ravain were at peace. Now the Antam have broken from the Qun and started attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
That's their loss. People who have only ever been one thing will never know how big the world is.
Yeah? Maybe.
I like how they really open up characters and choices and, you know, make them a little more complex each time. Like in the first game, you know, people were pretty... They were who they were, and now they're a bit more different. Oh, come on! I was able to walk it last time. Oh well. We keep moving.
Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
I'd rather you didn't. Because she's sleeping in my base, which means I own the bed. I'm actually next on laundry detail.
She always did like the mouthy ones. In truth, Evitosh's tastes are quite varied, although it is uncommon for her to be attracted to men.
Mother.
Perhaps because in some ways, she acts more like a man herself.
Why are you here?
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some of the symbols might be used among the Antam.
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see that you used your fire again. Chakra Toebra.
Chakra Toebra.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Kunari do not slouch, and neither does our language. Panahedan, Evitash. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Sorry. She's like that.
Sometimes I wonder where you got your attitude. And then we talk to your mother.
What? I don't talk anything like her.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Thanks for the walk.
I'm not like my mother. Yeah, sure, okay, whatever you say, kid. I'm kind of disappointed that we currently don't have a way of trading with, the Lords of Fortune yet. To me, it's actually quite odd for the fact that we have them unlocked as an option, but, like, we can't do anything with them, you know? Oh, well. Alright, to Treviso real fast. I'm gonna make some moolah. And then immediately spend it all. And almost die. You know, whatever.
Have a look. I keep my stores full.
And we're still short of an upgrade. Are you kidding me? I want it. We'll get it later. Ugh. Like I said, we're like... so close. I mean, we'll obviously have to come back here later and do more stuff, so... How
is training?
Fine.
Again, I'm so sorry Manfred keeps wandering in while you're asleep, Lucanus.
I think he wonders about Spite.
Curiosity has feet.
We have enough feet already.
Feet!
It has feet.
Spite, you've your own body to share.
I'm right here, you know.
That probably hurt.
Somebody posted on the forums for this game, like, why would anyone even bother to choose being a freaking warrior? And someone's like, so you can drop kick your enemies and ragdoll them across the world? I mean, let's be honest. Heckin' valid.
What is it?
I'm so glad I remembered how to get here.
Those Antam villains haven't shown up again, to my relief. Rivain makes the most scrumptious clothing dyes.
Okay, now I have to remember how to get to the markets. I think the markets are right here. Haha! All you can say is brain power.
What does it say it needs?
Can I interest you in something shiny?
I mean, if you want.
Let me know if I can help.
We have whatever you need.
Looking to attune your body to a higher level of health?
I don't even want any of these.
Good, good.
I'll buy upgrades to like actual good things, as well as just the extra
I've got
valuable
goods
things
from
like
all
this.
over.
Interesting. It's always interesting when they actually show off the afflictions people can actually have. Like that. It's not common. Always nice to see, though. You know? Maybe it's just me, though. I knew someone growing up who had that affliction.
I love how different cultures make things in unique ways. One must have her hobbies.
Fish.
Fish!
Mm-hmm.
In a duel to the death, everything matters, including fashion.
Including fashion.
Ha! The thrill of the duel.
I'm gonna have to come back and hit the Treviso markets again. There are just so many things to buy here. It's redonkulous, yo.
If the butcher cares so much for Treviso, he'll make sure.
Like, I want that. That's more health.
The Antam reminds me of my husband. He was an earl, you know?
Looking like there's, what, 2 more places I gotta
Anything
hit?
catch your eye?
No, I already got all your stuff.
Stock up with whatever you need.
Not gonna sell all. But... okay. Gonna go to the lighthouse again. Alright, we're also gonna have to make a decision here pretty soon. On... oh, never mind, we got another quest. Excellent. But we're gonna need to decide, do we want to do the quest where we go meet Morrigan? Or meet Efka and Antoine? We're gonna have to do both, but which one do we want to do first?
Davrin, if a person is blighted and doesn't go through whatever wardens go through, how long?
Depends on the person. With the changes to the blight, the answer's even more uncertain.
Right. Well, another thing we can't predict.
Look, always a pleasure.
To be or not to be, my dear Emmerich, that is one question. And even, yes. Now we have weird bird people everywhere. Nice. An alluvian. Interesting.
Hey, you heard of the Hall of Valor? It's a fighting arena with the lords.
Interesting.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Really? That's it? Just tell me when you're ready.
Literally everyone?
I don't know literally everyone.
Just most of them.
Almost. Every time we meet someone, you already know them. Morgan, the crows, the wardens, and the chantry lady with the big hat. Not to mention the Dreadwolf himself.
How is that everyone? You didn't even list 10 people.
Feels like a lot of people.
I mean, 10 is a lot of people. Let's be honest. Just you, to be honest.
I just made a fresh pot of coffee if you want any, Rook.
Yes, coffee. And even if you do that, you're still gonna miss some people. I don't actually know the number personally. So. Oh, of course. You'll just settle assuming it's everybody. Well, you know, Steve, you know, that right there is about 1 billion of them, so. Gosh. I mean, everybody knows Steve. Know what I mean? You're always like, yep, it's Steve.
Spirit of determination. May your enemies lie bitter.
Yes! Good. Don't encourage him.
Have a good fight.
Oh, what foul-hearted spirit tugs at the corners of your lips to turn them down so?
What? Oh.
Secret treasure.
Welcome to the Hall of Valor. I knew you'd find your way here sooner or later. Your kind always do.
What's that supposed to mean?
Looking to fight? All right, get your ass in there and give us a show. The spirits of the Hall of Valor are honored to welcome Emmerich Volcarnage Volcarin of the Lord One.
Volcarnage?
You knocked it in!
Well executed! Masterfully done, bro. Nice work.
Have them, Lucanus! Good work!
Victory Venatori? What do you mean? I'm not a Venator.
The crows send their regards, eh? You sent yours in ways that'll have them talking for a while.
People don't usually cheer when I assassinate someone. This is a nice change.
True.
You'll want something with a bit more bite this time, I reckon.
Yes, please.
Get going! Don't keep your fans waiting. The Hall of Valor is pleased to welcome legendary spirit of determination, Spike, and his spirit friend, Lucanus Delamorte.
Understood. Now's your chance. Emery, nice work.
Everyone still alive?
No.
And I'm out another 20 gold. Maker, I should stop betting against you. Ready for something really spicy? I've got what you need. All right, get your ass in there and give us a show.
All right.
Everyone hit the privy and grab a snack. You won't want to miss this next fight.
Yay!
Look at that. Barely a scratch.
Barley. Oops. Awkward moment, you've got 6 level ups. Ah, we are polite acquaintances, but you have none of those. Well, but you have armor, probably. And an upgraded ring? No keepsakes.
I line them up and you keep knocking them down, but I still have some tricks. Get going! Don't keep your fans waiting.
I think Isabella's even sad that we killed Hawk in the previous game.
Hang on to your hats. We've got some new challenges for you today.
You've certainly earned your reputation.
I do. I'm glad we finally don't lose rage in between fights now.
All right, this is really starting to annoy me. Once more, and don't you dare hold back.
How are we annoying you? We're doing exactly what you wanted.
Get going! Don't keep
Steamrolling.
your fans waiting.
Some enemies.
We got the idea for this next match from a traveler named Armax. Then he used it to challenge shepherds.
Nice shot!
Asamra. That's Kunlat for congratulations, right?
You might want to try Ananra. You just said, we are doing you.
I was saying it wrong all this time. Actually, that explains a lot. Anyway, Ananra out there.
You just said we are doing you.
Want to blow off some steam? Get yourself in order and head to the entrance.
I can't tell if they just threw Isabella back in just because she was a favorite.
Watch the next bout for the answer.
Or
The queue demands it.
if it was just, you know, why the heck not? Let's just bring another character back. Because I would have preferred if they brought some of the other people from 2 back. Like, where's our elf man? Where's Meryl? Where is
Spectacular.
Fenris?
We felt the blood spray from way over here.
Meryl could have been a good one to bring back, especially with the fade jumpers. Who else would have been good from that one? Not Sebastian. Everyone hates Sebastian. Obviously, we've got Fenric would have been good. Isabella, I mean, Isabella at this point has now been in 3 games. Because she is in the first game. Barely, by the way. Aveline could have been a fun one, but she's not going to abandon Kirkwall, so... I don't know. That's a clever one there, Ahmad.
Want to blow off some steam?
She ran out of
Get
innuendos.
going! Don't keep your fans waiting.
Get going!
Everyone hit the privy and grab a snack. You won't want to miss this next fight.
We're winning.
Keep it going.
Get out of it.
Nicely done.
Well done.
Well done.
And I'm out another 20 gold. Maker, I should stop betting against you. Want to blow off some steam? Get yourself in order and head to the entrance.
unbutton those collars, my friend. This next fight is going to be awesome.
Get back! Nice work, Rook!
Wasn't even hard.
Look at that. Barely a scratch. Want to blow off some steam? Get yourself in order and head to the entrance.
Get yourself in order!
Hit the Caribbean, grab a snack.
I swear to God, we've already done this one.
Next fight.
Spectacular! We felt the blood spray from way over here.
Blood spray.
Want to blow off some steam? All right, get your ass in there and give us a show.
Grab a cold drink and unbutton those collars. My friends, this next fight is going to be awesome!
Almost, I missed. That's unfortunate. I was trying to yeet him into the hole. Get out of here! Got him.
You can really put on a show. I should charge an entrance fee.
Maybe you should. I'll be honest, that wasn't even that hard to do. The Hall of Valor? More like the Hall of Easy, nerds.
Free tactical sheath with any purchase, worth at least 50 gold. Get you at the hill.
Alright. I mean, that was easy. I mean, it's basically everything in this area. Funnily enough. Alright, so have we made a decision yet? Do we want to go to the Morgan quest or the Grey Warden quest first?
Hey, Rook. Quite a collection, huh?
Three people chat. Well, I guess it's 2 plus Burb. A helper waits within. What? But I'm sure.
Between the facing gods.
Another helper waits between the facing gods.
There's still so much to discover here.
Huh. Nice.
Well, great talking with you, Tash. Huh. Noise. Nothing? Okay. Hear it. Yeah, I was suspecting something like that.
Dweller, it is whole, restored.
Discounted workshop upgrades. Nice. Oh, I just got an achievement. Tested for fall damage and survived in the lighthouse. Did not know that was...
Offer, Dweller. I will answer.
Okay.
This is actually not too bad.
For what?
Getting rid of evidence. After an assassination, some clients don't want the body hanging around. Too many questions.
You just dump it out here in the Fade?
Who would ever know?
I would.
That can be dealt with.
Here's the part where I back away slowly.
This is the part where you don't say you have an issue with what an assassin is doing, sir. I have an issue with that.
Nev, I took a lot of notes while you were away. About what we did, and who we met, and what I thought you might notice. I know you like keeping notes. I thought if you came back, maybe it would help. I'm sorry, that's... No.
It's great, Belle. Really. Thanks.
I do feel bad, but like they literally set it up so no matter what you did, you're gonna be hurting a party member and it's gonna affect literally everybody because of it. But like, that's also so realistic. Like, you can't just have the fantasy. I mean, it is a fantasy, but like, you know. One thing they really wanted to highlight in this game is you have a choice. And you have to make a tough choice. And those tough choices are gonna have consequences. This may be a fantasy story, but even fantasies have consequences. Alright. You know. There were a couple of chests before that were locked behind where we couldn't go. Like this one. And that one actually too.
Did you get the books? I left them on your desk.
Tee.
This place feels laid back compared to the Cobble Swan. Up there.
A drink to take your mind off the world's troubles.
Seriously? Ugh.
Nothing else?
I'm not gonna remember this location when I have that much money. What?
I haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, that's how. I see.
Everything built up around the docks here.
Okay, there's another area with a lock.
All right, this is good, but Hallows gives you
Where they stand!
They do not withstand us!
This is their ending! The gods!
Now's your chance.
Clear.
Slaughter the heretics!
This message. You're connected to the other candelabra then.
Easy enough. Everyone all right?
Yes. 6 more regular chests, 2 mega chests. I mean, at some point I'll have to, like, really buckle down and explore. But for now, we're fine. I'll just fast travel here because it's already, like, partway there.
Come to think of it.
You'd be surprised how often the crows visit Nevarra, Emmerich.
Our nobility will have its contests.
And the deepest pockets in Thedas. You know how much it costs to put a contract on a king?
I'd rather not, if you please.
I'd rather not.
Targets ahead.
At them! Understood.
Nah, we still too shorty.
Did you hear? Darkspawn is done.
I can't believe how many people they executed. Whispers. Offers. Someone made a deal with a demon.
What's happening in Minrathous?
And now a
Hey.
dragon. What's happening to this city? I wish there was some.
Why did Morgan want to meet in Minrathous? Isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan?
Indeed. But today we have a guest, and she needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
Rook, you remember how Varric and I served the Inquisition? Well, this is Inquisitor Adar, the woman who led us all.
How many famous people do you know, Harding? Should I expect the Divine to show up?
She also served in the Inquisition, but we didn't talk much.
Morrigan and Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance, maybe the only chance, to stop Elganon and Gillenane.
I won't let you down.
Don't worry about me. Worry about the people you've recruited, and about the people depending on you. I only sealed the breach because I had people like Cassandra, Leliana, and Cullen with me from the start. Without Dorian's magic and Josephine's diplomacy, we never would have come together to stop Corypheus. Years later, I had to turn the Inquisition over to Chantry control. But I never lost the friends who had gotten me through it all. Ultimately, they're the only ones you can really count on. Do right by them, and you'll find your way.
We've got the makings of a good team, I think. We'll do our best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do her best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. She has not been idle while you assembled your team.
I thought the gods were mostly active up here. It's really that bad in the south?
Elganon and Gillenane have indeed restricted their activities to the north. But the forces they deployed to the south, the strange new Darkspawn, have spread fear and corruption greater than any blight in history.
Darkspawn have cut through the center of Orlais. Valrorio and Halam Shiral are barely holding out. Ferelden would have fallen already, if not for help from Orzammar. With Denerim lost, the Fereldans are holding the line at Redcliffe. The Free Marchers have the worst of it. Acting Viscount Aveline Valen led the evacuation of Kirkwall. She's taking her people and what's left of her army to help Prince Vale keep Starkhaven.
Maker.
Sebastian.
We didn't know. My ma.
Don't worry. I talked to the Divine and your mother's safe with the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition might just be an arm of the Chantry now, but we've still done our part to get people to fight this threat together. Again. The South is my problem, not yours, Rook. You stop the gods, and I'll make sure the rest of Thedas doesn't fall to the Blight.
I really do wish I could have done more to make my Inquisitor look like my Inquisitor, but damn, I did not want to pull up a reference and try to remake it.
If the South is in such turmoil, why come up here just to talk? And how did you get here so fast?
Did you think you were the only one to unlock the secrets of the Illuvians?
Morgan helped the Inquisition use the Illuvians to travel.
While I lack the Dreadwolf's Viravus, I may still scurry between the walls of this world to be where I might do the most good. The Inquisitor asked to meet you, and I thought it might help you to meet her.
I've been having trouble getting people in authority to listen to us. If you help with some of your political strength...
My political strength? Tevinter hates me. The Venatori helped make sure of that. And while I have a few friends in the Wardens, their leadership hasn't much cared for me since we clashed at Adamant Fortress.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. She brought something no one else could.
A wolf statuette. We've found others like it in the crossroads. Where'd you find yours?
I found it right around the time Solas's ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the veil. To him. Somehow.
Solas is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals. I suggest you take it to the crossroads and see if something in the lighthouse calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
Yield.
I appreciate it. Solas has been helpful while he's trapped in the Fade. But anything that can help me get inside his head will help counter him getting inside mine.
Wisely spoken. Solas rarely lies directly, but he finds ways to weave the truth into a noose you find yourself wearing.
I considered Solas a friend. I'd hoped to convince him to see reason. It's too late for that now. But still, if this can give you some insight, help you understand him, whatever it turns out to be, I hope that it helps.
We should go, Inquisitor. The armies in the south need you.
Right. Harding, stay sharp. You're my eyes in the north.
Always, Inquisitor.
Rook, good luck. If I come across anything else that can help, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
The way the Inquisitor's arms are just hanging down there feels so unnatural and uncomfortable. I don't know why. Also, the Inquisitor's supposed to be missing an arm. Hello? Retcon. Alright, now we have to meet with Evka. And Antoine. Actually, can I go in here? I don't have this place marked at all. Nope. Kill. Kill, kill, kill. Oh, right. I haven't actually allied with the Grey Wardens and been able to sell stuff to them. Whoops. Oh, I don't really care. I forgot they were a faction. Again. Nothing? Nothing. Before I do that, I can do a little side thingy here, so we shall.
We sail. Have you thought about what I asked you?
My dear Lucanus, I can't simply tell Navarra's nobility, please stop hiring crows to assassinate our king.
20 contracts. It's becoming a problem.
King Marcus is spry for his age.
Poisoned 7 times.
And blessed with a robust constitution.
He's been poisoned 7 times.
Something truly powerful is drawing the undead here.
distracting the others. We need a way through.
If I get a wisp to follow me, you'll get a taste of your own medicine.
They're at range. Snipers!
You have them, Lucanus!
There! Take it out before it raises any more dead!
We've done it.
Have them now!
Take these shots!
Those undead look helpful and ancient. Well, whoever they served, they're fighting for the gods now.
Beware the ancient that sleeps here, dweller. Death and blight have not tempered its rage.
Got it.
Corruption, undead. I'd say we found out who's responsible.
Careful! This is no common undead.
Take it down! It's drawing power from the feet. That should weaken it.
Fascinating.
That should weaken it.
Stay in cover!
Nice.
They're gone. The Fade Tear and that Revenant. All that's left is its essence.
Ooh. Oh.
The Revenant's essence feels darker, more powerful. It must be protecting something big. We should look around for a door it might fit.
A door it might fit. No.
They're dug in here. The Venatory must be after something nearby. Let's get it first.
Not a problem.
Take out those crystals and we cut off the power they're channeling.
Of course.
I definitely could have made that. Whatever.
Fen'Harel altar. That's another barrier down.
As you wish.
Trouble over there.
Real monster! Strike again! Emmerich, I'm impressed.
We're not alone.
I'll handle it.
Destroy them all!
Attack from afar!
Consider it done.
Strike again!
There. The Venatori can't lock us out anymore.
Big company.
Did the Venatori build that?
There. That's what the Venatori are after. Why were the Venatori after this statuette? Just being near it makes me feel regret.
Nice. There's still an unknown Olivia on there. I think we got everything in this area, though. That's really cool. There might be one. Yeah, there's still more here. There's this. Then over here, there's that. And 3 Alluvions over there we haven't dealt with yet. Chats. Quest. Cool.
You cannot do this, Alganan. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evenuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid.
They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dread Wolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods. Well, mine and Davrin's.
Given what we've seen them do, I was expecting someone to do something epic.
Right? It was so mundane. Nothing grand or cosmic. No setting fire to the sun. It was just talking.
Setting
Politics.
fire to the sun.
I wish they were monsters. Something grand and terrible. Seeing them like that, they're no better than Tevinter nobles.
But no worse, either. They were people. And people can let you down.
All right. What else can we take from this memory?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solas, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Mythal and Solas were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgranon over him. A betrayal.
It sounded like Solas was loyal to Mythal. What did Elgranon call him? Mythal's lapdog? And then she grabs power alongside Elgranon instead of standing for her principles. I'd be angry too.
Angry enough to start a rebellion?
That's not how he'd see it. He didn't destroy the world. Elgranon did. Solas did what he considered necessary to stop him.
Solas would try to justify what he did, but he'd also blame himself for what happened.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solas wishes to forget.
His regrets. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solas? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dread Wolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solas would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
Interesting. Oh, is there another one? I think so. Nice.
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evanurus seek the magic of the Blight.
Impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Oh, I wish I could believe you. I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evanurus and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The Blight is our mistake.
Did Mythal call Solas love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it.
The elven gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they express things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
They were doing it.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
Being with someone you're rebelling against doesn't sound like Solas.
He also met her in secret and talked about how they could run off together.
It sounded so tragic and romantic.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That does sound like him.
So the Dread Wolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the Blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
We are deep in elven lore already. What's the legend say?
Right. Well, Andrul was the goddess of the hunt. She put on armor, magic armor, made of something called the Void, drove her mad.
I remember this one. The other gods were afraid Andrul would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all ends with Mythal fighting Andrul. After, Mythal turned into a dragon.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andrul's armor away. Then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
If there's one thing Solas loves, it's telling people they were wrong. And here he's got the perfect opportunity. Oh, Mythal, you thought your fellow gods were so great. If only you were as smart as me.
He got her attention. She definitely seemed angry at the end.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solas says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solas wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know. When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, she met Mythal.
What? Like in a dream?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon.
Nice.
The point is, she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Okay, sorry. Point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
Solas goes to Mythal, the one semi-reasonable elven god, for help, and the other gods kill her for it. I imagine the Dreadwolf's rebellion heated up significantly after that.
Right. And Mythal wasn't there to keep the other gods in check anymore.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can use, though.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
Nice. Do we have another one? Nice. How many of these do we have? A lot.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power.
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mythal, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
So he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad Elgar'nan and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the Veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the Veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
Honestly, I'm a little relieved. I've been feeling out of my depth trying to stop ancient gods. But Solas was flailing just as much as we are.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solas trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlathan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith?
Yes.
Did we?
Lace, I don't think you'll ever fully know whether the Chant of Light is literally true or not. What matters is that, in its better moments, the Chantry encourages people to be kind and help each other.
What do we tell the Chantry about this? Do we tell them about this?
People are already questioning because of Elgar'nan and Gillenane. It hasn't stopped them believing.
Hasn't?
I guess people need that comfort. Even if some parts of it aren't totally true.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The Elven Gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
Ah.
My mother.
Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
I wish you could just, like, do them all, like, in a row. Because, like... It's like, clearly I've got the, statuettes, but... like, let's just sit down and watch a movie, y'all.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solas. To withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elgar'nan. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but... what?
This puts all of elven history in a new light. Not to mention what we think about spirits.
I mean, some magic works differently for elves. If we came from spirits, that'd explain it.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
The entire idea is preposterous. Who would even believe us?
It does seem outlandish when taken out of context, I admit.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Irulan, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one will believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solas himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solas didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mythal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solas was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
You think the ground shaking was the Titans?
It makes sense, doesn't it? Something was hurting them, taking their blood.
So they struck back, like we'd swat a stinging bug.
The first memory we saw, with Elgranon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the elves.
And we just saw how it started.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solas regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except he did. He was worried, you said it yourself.
He did it for Mythal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented, if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
I love how Tash stands up the Midwestern way, just slaps her legs, gets up. Holy shit, have we found all of the freaking memories? Jesus. Nice.
Have you created what we need?
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every Titan from its spirit. But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger. It is awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
Solas made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, not killed. He cut away their dreams and left them broken and mindless. He passed me in the halls of Skyhold for a year. He made polite conversation, and he knew. He knew what he did.
I knew Solas was dangerous. We had to stop him from tearing down the Veil. But to do this, he made a weapon that destroyed an entire race. How could he even think of doing that?
The Titans were the size of mountains. I doubt the elves were winning their fight. He considered this the cost of saving his people.
Fear and guilt make people do stupid things.
To do such a thing. No wonder regret eats away at Solas.
No, it's worse than that. That isn't what Solas regrets. Those severed dreams will be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind. Sound familiar to you, Lace?
The song of Lyrium. Of the Titans.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force with no mercy, no compassion. Evil incarnate. Instead, it's a caged animal. Mistreated and imprisoned for centuries. Until all it knows is fear.
If the Blight is the Titan's dreams, can we, I don't know, heal it? Bring it back from all that anger?
I'm afraid I have no idea. In theory, it would be possible to restore dreams to the Titans.
You can't set it free before it's healed. You'd have blighted Titans laying waste to the entire world.
The Titans are a problem for later. We have Elgernon and Ghilanane to deal with now.
And then I want Solas to look me in the eye and answer for what he did.
Each of these memories has been a deeper regret, and almost all of them involve Mythal.
Only one mural left to uncover by my count. If we find it, we'll see what's worse than this.
The knee slap again, just... Or leg slap. Tash just amuses me highly. Alright.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god. The strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the Elven people? They deserve it.
The Elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
Solas killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solas woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
Every big mistake Solas made is tied to Mythal. He sacrificed his life as a spirit to join her.
He sacrificed his morals when he created the dagger to stop the Titans.
When the other gods struck her down, he destroyed the Elven Empire to avenge her.
Then he wakes up in this world, where everything's gone but his mistakes. And there she is, alive.
And after all he's done, she sides against him again.
All these mistakes are his fault, and hers too. If she won't help him fix the world, of course he has to kill her.
So, how does everything we know help us now?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the Veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solas thinks he knows what's best for everyone, Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
The bad news is that the god of lies and trickery is almost definitely preparing to betray us. The good news is that we've gone through his dirty laundry.
So, we know his motivations. You think we can set a trap of our own?
That's the hope.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
A visitor in the crossroads. Okay. Wait. I don't want to leave. Let's talk to everybody first, and then we'll leave, just in case I miss some time-sensitive conversations. This has been a crap load of just lore dump, and I love it. This game has definitely done a lot of justice towards all the lore and everything you could get in this game.
Rook, interested in visiting the Memorial Gardens?
What are you up to?
I must tend to some rites in the necropolis. I'd like to show you its more peaceful side.
A more peaceful side, of course. I'd be delighted. Later. I still love I got an achievement for literally just yeeting myself off of an edge in a safe spot you're not supposed to die. So they had to make sure I didn't die. Love it.
Hey, Harding?
Oh, Rook, hi. Is there something you need?
Balara made snacks. Seems like you could use one. Food always makes me feel better.
I could use some cheering up, actually.
It's Solas's memory, isn't it?
They stole Titan blood to walk the world like humans. And when the Titans didn't like that, they just took their spirits. Should I be angry or sad? Why aren't I angrier? It's a lot to handle.
I won't try to tell a small, probably angry Titan how she feels. She can feel however she wants.
Thanks.
A small
You're
Titan.
The best. It's strange. I don't hate Solas for this, even though a part of me thinks I should. I don't even want revenge. Revenge won't bring the Titans back. It can't erase what happened. And the Inquisitor thinks Solas can be saved. And I want to try. But I just want to talk. As equals. I wonder if he's even capable. Solas was always distant. Guess it's hard to react when a magic rock's talking at you. Anyway, thanks for checking on me. I'll be all right.
I know. You're Lace Harding, child of Titans. You can handle anything.
Oh, shut up.
I cannot say.
Who created you?
I cannot say.
What can you say?
I cannot say.
Right. Deserve that.
Got the archive spirit working, I see.
Rook, you're here. And I did, sort of. A little bit. It appears, but it won't tell me anything.
You simply ask the wrong questions. A common affliction of the weak-minded.
Also that, it's kind of mean.
Just insult it right back. Assuming you know how to insult a spirit.
I've never thought about it. How would you do that? Emmerich might know.
Insulted right back.
That is an idea. Syrian learned a lot, taught me a lot about these archives. They have, well, not thoughts like us, but sort of pathways, I guess. They can only respond to specific questions worded in specific ways. So, if you're powerful, like almost God-level powerful, how would you talk to someone you see as lesser?
Really condescendingly, based on experience so far.
Right! You wouldn't ask questions, you'd tell them what to do, so let's try that. Archive, tell me who built you.
One of the greatest of Elvenar, a steward of her glory. Truly, I was blessed to bathe in his warmth. Anaris built me, and to him I shall someday return.
You mean the Forgotten One?
I cannot say.
Good point. It came later.
What or who is a Forgotten One?
The bad gods, or so we were taught, told never to speak their names. Elgranon, Gillenane, they were the good ones that you could pray to. But now we know the truth about the Evanuris. So we don't know for sure what the Forgotten Ones were, I mean. They used to say Solas was one, so best case scenario like him. Worst case, well, you heard it talk.
Right. So this thing's dangerous if it belonged to one of them.
Could be, but still important and invaluable. Everything Anaris knew, this thing knows, and my people deserve to know. If I can get it to tell me.
Archive. Tell me about the Dreadwolf.
An ideologue and a fool who will soon pay the price. When Anaris dispatches the Evanuris, he will spare a thought for Fen'Harel.
Archive. Tell me about the Evanuris.
A group of cowards, hiding behind their more powerful magic and superior numbers. Their jealousy of Anaris was palpable. Their war is unending. But Anaris will prevail.
Have fun with the condescending spirit.
I'll try. Could be worse, I guess.
Worse, like the wound of betrayal Lord Anaris suffered. Soon he will cast down the oppressors and take his rightful place.
What a shame I can't stay longer. Good luck.
Appreciate the support.
Good luck. I love that the correct answer was just talk down to it condescendingly. Yeah, that'll show the spirit. Ooh. I like the Dragon Skull monument, though I think it's kind of dumb that it is barely held together. But what can you do?
Rook, I've got a lot on my mind. Maybe later.
AKA, fuck off, Rook. Okay, loud and clear.
Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do. I need to hear an actual voice now and then.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin. Squawk.
Squawk.
Keep dreaming. It's good to have goals in life.
The real dream is getting him to take a nap. So what brings you by?
Just curious, really. Wondering what it's like being a Grey Warden. They've always been these legendary warriors living apart from the world.
Don't know about that. I spent time with people who were bad right up till they took their vow.
How so?
Weishaupt is the last stop for the wrong sort. If you're facing prison or worse, you can always join the Grey Wardens and take your chances with the Blight.
Has your first warden always been, well,
a stubborn bastard?
One way of putting it.
He means well in his own way. He's old-fashioned. Tradition is everything. Keeps us disciplined. We never deviate from it.
He'll have to. Elgranon and Gillenane won't play by his rules.
If he even believes in them. The man doesn't have much imagination. Even the right sort can be the wrong sort.
I've heard about Weishaupt. Never been there.
It's a giant fortress and home of the Grey Wardens. It's been standing for as long as anyone remembers. At least since the first Blight.
Does it have floating buildings like the lighthouse?
No, but things float up from the latrines.
Fun bunch you hang out with.
The wrong sort have their charm.
Huh. And just how, wrong are the wrong sort?
Thieves, brigands, pirates, and the odd murderer now and then.
Sounds fun right up to the murdering.
At least now they're murdering Darkspawn.
You don't seem the wrong sort.
No one's born a hero.
You're really selling it.
It gets better. When Darkspawn threaten a village, when innocent people are in danger, then we swoop in, swords held high, armor gleaming, while 100 faces look to us for salvation. And they all live to see the sunrise because of what we do.
Okay. Now I get it.
Best part is the Warden fighting alongside you. Maybe they've done some bad things in the past. But after that day, it's different. There's some honor in their life where there wasn't before. Nothing like seeing redemption happen before your eyes.
We all need that chance. Put past sins to right.
It makes the Warden stronger to have people in our ranks who've lived in the shadows. When the storm comes, you don't want farmers and florists fighting archdemons. It takes the wrong sort to put the world right.
Kind of like us, I suppose.
Minus the skeleton butler.
I don't know. Manfred the Warden. Has a ring to it.
How about we quit while we're ahead? See you around.
Manfred the Warden. 10 out of 10.
Why do you run around in fancy mage clothes?
Because I like them?
You're barely even wearing a shirt.
You fight Anton with a bare midriff.
Everything all right?
We're fine. Just trading fashion tips. So what I wear is a problem for you?
It's not. It's just... Why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
Is this about what your mother said on the beach?
No.
What'd she say?
Tosh's mother said that Tosh acted more like a man than a woman.
And you feel like you should wear dresses to make her happy?
No. Can you imagine me in a dress? I'd look stupider than I'd look stupid.
I wasn't raised under the Qun, but our people believe some jobs are for men and others are for women.
Yep.
You dress like a warrior, and for Qunari, warrior is a man's job. Is that why your mother said what she said?
No. I mean, maybe. But it's fine. She says stuff like that all the time.
And?
It feels... right. And she says I act more like a man. It feels right. Why does it feel right?
Tosh, do you like being a woman?
Now I see why the internet
Nobody
doesn't like
likes
Tash.
being a woman.
Ah.
This is stupid. Forget I said anything.
If you don't want to talk about it anymore, we won't. But whatever this is, this team is here for you.
I still don't know what this is.
Some of my friends in Minrathous talk about not feeling comfortable in their own skin. As a man, as a woman. I could see if they'd like to talk. Maybe what they say fits how you're feeling.
Yeah. Okay. And thanks. You do look really pretty.
Oh?
To look at. I'd smudge your makeup.
Thanks for letting me down gently.
Yeah. Exactly.
The crows cannot thank you enough. I cannot.
Good night, Ahmad.
Stands. But Minrathous, it should not have been a trade.
Thank you for dropping by. I will.
Well met.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's Crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solas and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solas spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait, how do you know exactly what we saw of Solas's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
The Elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine?
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were. You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not? Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solas. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
Assuming you are who you say you are, how much is a fourth elven god gonna complicate things?
Only as much as you may allow.
What? That was like how Elgranon and Gillinan can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
This isn't the strangest thing I've heard, but it's close.
'Tis difficult to describe, even now. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
You would have met Solas in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solas a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon? Or Solas?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solas?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes. The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solas?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solas better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf, were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solas and Mythal, I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Solas talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solas your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solas was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Well, that's not terrifying at all.
You have been thrust into the lives of gods. Fate will have its way, whether or without our permission.
Even more comforting, Morrigan.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solas recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mythal? In addition to the one inside you?
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
All of that sounded great until survive the encounter.
You know Solas, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solas is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other?
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanuris, and then by Solas, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
Yep. Thank you for the information, Morgan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
Oh, let's see how difficult this will be.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole, prevail, or be sundered completely.
We've yet to lose a fight in this game so far.
We're getting close to where Morgan said that other fragment of Mythal was. That has to be her.
Will this be a conversation with words or knives?
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. I never thought to see Kunari, who did not yet exist in my time, scurrying about in the Dread Wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solas. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganan and Gillinane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solas's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganan and Gillinane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
Good lord.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solas defeated them.
And?
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solas even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
You can't want Elganon and Gillinane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the Blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
How am I supposed to just set the Blight aside?
By making an argument not related to it, as I asked you to.
The Blight is a core part of who they are. And I don't think you're in favor of it.
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
Solas is helping me.
Solas is using you. Besides, why should I esteem the Dreadwolf's approbation? He rebelled against me.
But the two of you stayed close.
Until he killed the tattered fragment of me who hid inside the human swamp witch and wept. You are Kunari. Your people bond in different manners than mine. Can you even understand what it is to battle with someone and love them even still? That is what Solas and I are to one another.
Tell me this. What should I have done when Solas turned against me after all we had been to one another?
Maybe you should have listened when he warned you about staying on as rulers after the war.
Are you saying I was wrong?
You asked me what you should have done. I can't prove my worth by lying to you. Solas didn't want to manifest a physical body or destroy the Titans. He did things he hated because he cared about you. Supporting you and Elgranon becoming rulers was the one line he wouldn't cross. If someone who followed you everywhere refused to follow you there, what does that say?
My patience wears thin. Choose your next words carefully. Why must I give myself over to you?
I am worthy of your help.
That is for me to judge.
I am fighting to protect this world.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. What is a protector to you?
It's making a place that's safe for everyone. That means defending against danger. But it also means building a strong community that works together for the common good.
And what have you built?
Look at my team. We're not just hired blades. We started as strangers and grew together into a family.
Your arguments are compelling. I find you worthy, Rook. I have spent thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty, this is what remains of me. I give it to you freely. Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
I will. Thank you.
I offer one further boon. I cannot enter the physical world or the pure Fade, but in this place, I still carry some power. Evil has intruded here. The Blight, seeded by Elgranon and Gillenane. Find it, and when you meet your greatest challenge, I will fly one last time.
The essence of a god. Like a piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive.
A great prize. But how do we use it?
A god knows her moment. At least, her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready.
Cool. It does 0 damage. Nice.
We did it. We got Mythal's essence.
For once, a peaceful resolution.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morgan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
It's like, you got a goddess's weapon that does 0 damage. Yeah! It's because you're not supposed to quote, unquote, use it yet. I would have loved to have fought her. That would have been a fun fight, but you would have gotten a different weapon most likely. I'm curious which one's better. This is Solas's. Yo. I can deal 20% extra damage against enemies with low health, and all normal enemies are now always considered to have low health, so 90% of the enemies we fight are now always just taking 20% more damage. Yas. Excelente. Cool. Coolio. Cool. Okay. A conversation, a quest, and a conversation. Cool. All right. Well, this is a great place for us to leave it off for today. So, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until the next time, everybody, stay funky, people.